Welcome to today's webinar. My name's Andrew Talbot, and I'm going to take you through helping you understand the different product types you can make possible with Gateway CPP. So, what is Gateway CPP? Well, it's a cloud-based system that enables you to create products, manage your products, and publish. It's in essence a system for managing the world of on-demand products, because on-demand are a little bit different, as we'll explain in the course of this short webinar, than a traditional product that you might have on a website. So the three core things that Gateway CPP does for you: it enables you to create on-demand products, manage them, and publish them. And the real main strength is that once you've embedded our smart link technology, which we'll talk about a little bit later, in your website, all types of on-demand product are possible with no further development. So from a sales and marketing point of view, it gives you massive flexibility. So it's probably worth first defining what we mean by an on-demand product, because there are so many different names that people could use. Mass customization is an industry term, or a personalized product, a customized product, a made-to-order product, or a configurable product. And Dropship is a very common one now. Create your own bundles, MTO, print on demand, photo gifts, made to measure, design your own, bespoke, custom, virtual stock, virtual product. These are all terms that get bandied around, and they're all on demand. And the great thing is that Gateway CPP makes all of those possible. So don't worry, I'm not going to walk you through loads of slides and show you no practical stuff. I'll be on that in a minute. Let's just look at the four main product types. So I've just quoted a lot of different ones to you. So mass customization is really about personalized products, customized products. So let's take a look at an example of a customized product. So this is a new product called a Click It, which sticks on the back of the phone. And you can see it's white and it's printable. So in very simple terms, you can say add image, choose an image, and it adds the image to the product. You can then edit that image. This is a different smart link. We can then, perhaps do something on there, change the color, move it around, update the font. There's all sorts of things we can do. So that is what we would call a customized product. So it's blank. Now, the next type that we should look at, or the next type of mass customized, would be a personalized product. So in this particular example, it's a design of a pair of pajamas. And we can type in only controlled text in a certain place. So we would call that, we would call that a personalized product. Maybe different people use different terms. I think the point being, with CPP, it allows you to upload a design and select an element of it to be personalized, as in the name here, in a very controlled environment. Or you can just make the product blank and allow someone to do on it whatever they want, be it a photo, a pattern, or anything like that. So that's what we call mass customized products. Now, print-on-demand products are, in essence, a fixed design. So let's go and look at a popular website for merchandise. So you can see there, we've got 9,835 t-shirts on here. Now, these sort of things are all managed with Gateway CPP, but when you click on them, the user doesn't see any different from a normal product. The fact is, it's just printed on demand. So it's the back end of the software that's managing it, and the front end that allowed you to create that thumbnail. So print on demand is a very popular sector because technology's got better and you can not have to hold the stock. So that's mass customized, that's print on demand. And if we then look at something like a configurable product, now we'll break into configure a bit more later on, as we will on Dropship stock. So let me just go into a bit more detail on how that worked. So when something is a mass customized product, or even a print-on-demand product, it's made, technically, from a blank product plus some image or design equals a virtual product. So if I went on to this website and I went back to looking at all of these t-shirts, they don't have to exist on the shelf. They're all virtual products. Some of them may exist. People do choose to blend their strategy, so they've got some print on demand, some on the shelf. And obviously the user doesn't see that. But that's how we use print on demand, but it's still a blank product. So in the background, there will be a blank t-shirt. You will upload an image to it to create a thumbnail. And I call it like creating a recipe. It then creates a recipe which is stored in the back end. So when someone orders on the website, it says, I know what that is. It's blank t-shirt XYZ plus design ABC. And that will create virtual product. So if I go back here and use my example, so let's go previous and remove my image. If I then put a design on here and made an element of that personalizable, kind of like with the pajamas, so those pajamas wouldn't have the design or the name on them when they're a blank product. Somebody has uploaded the design in CPP, and I'm not doing a CPP training session this time because we've got plenty of other workshops and videos that do that. I've got the design on the blank product. I then enable the area to be personalized all in the back end of CPP. So that is using exactly the same principle as the print on demand. A blank product plus an image or design equals a virtual product. So that's how we manage it. And then obviously all the blank products, you can manage the stock, reorder them, etc. And the virtual products can be pushed or published on the website. So hopefully that's a good, simple way of explaining it. There are quite a few content options for virtual products. So I've kind of showed you a couple of, you can have user-generated content. So I don't know if you're familiar with sites like Zazzle or Cafe Press or Redbubble, where artists go onto the site, use the things, so I might say, right, I'm going to do my design, add that on there, and then I could sell that on a site as a certain style of design instead of making it myself. So that's what you call user-generated content. That's, in this particular case, designers can upload their own images or patterns. So, a popular design brand like Laura Ashley or something could create a range of products. Brands and licensed, which you sort of saw on here for, not that one. That was the one we wanted. You see on here, your official Star Wars content, etc. They're using the platform to upload things. And then you've got manufacturers, parts and components. So how that works technically, if I just squeeze onto there, is you have, instead of a blank product, you have product attributes, which can be pictorial attributes. And you choose the attributes you want, and that makes your configurable product. And I was going to show you this example, which is a set of made-to-measure curtains. So in this case, you capture the dimensions that you want. So let's just put some dimensions in. And that is then starting to calculate the price up here based on the dimensions. So the dimensions are attributes which have a price. You continue, it goes to the next one where you have pictorial attributes and you choose a style on here, which could affect the price. Continue, and then you can choose lining styles. So you can use a combination of pictorial attributes or whatever, and that's what we call a configurable or a made-to-measure product. Now, what's interesting about that is it has a huge variety. So you could use it for a hamper, where you want to choose the contents inside the hamper. You could even use, or a bike, where you want to configure the components, the wheels, the frame, the saddle. There are lots of different uses. But the key thing is that whether it's a mass customized product or a configurable product, it can be set up in Gateway CPP and the same technology used to deploy it on your website. Now, here's another type of on-demand product which is getting increasing popularity, which is a dropship stock product. So in very simple terms, this is stock sitting in somebody else's warehouse that they're telling Gateway CPP about. So you can publish it on your website by using a stock feed. We're getting constant stock feeds and we manage the process. So we either send consolidated orders to the warehouse or orders for you to pick up or orders to be delivered one-off with your labels on it. So again, same system, Gateway CPP. In this case, not customized or personalized, not configured, straight product, but just enabled on demand. So that's why we've started to call it on-demand products rather than just personalized products. All of those available via Gateway CPP. So made to order, I think we've now covered those. I think that example I gave you of the curtains was, a really good, clear example. No preview products. This is when you've got a personalized product that's just got a text area. Now, as you can imagine, setting up a blank with an area on it. So should we use another example from our stable of examples at the top? So this, for example, is a very complicated product, but I'll use it to show you. So this is a made-to-measure garment, which is cut and sewed in a factory. So if I then go on to there, go on to the back, choose that one, and then I can go 3D preview, and then it prepares that garment as if by magic and shows you what that garment would look. So the 2D design is really easy. So you can imagine that product is quite complex to set up. So the reason we have things like a no preview product is literally you can upload those instantly. You can just upload a product image, say it needs a text box, and it doesn't give you a preview because obviously you haven't placed the text on the screen, but you can literally create them in minutes with an upload. So that's why we have no preview products. For some text products, people don't see the need for a preview. Not that many nowadays, but mainly because you can get moving very, very quickly on it. Now, we're just going to explain in very simple terms how this works. So what we've been looking at are what we call smart links. So here's another example where it's combining a design and an image where you can add a face or pick a face from a gallery in terms of that and create your product there. Or this is the website that you can go to called productpersonalizationapps.com, and we literally have thousands of examples of different smart links on this site. Let me give you another popular example here. So this is a Disney product where you go add personalization and it brings up the little smart link, as we call it. And in this case, it's kind of nicely designed so you can choose the letter that you want to use, choose the background pattern that you would like to use, and choose the background color that you'd like to use. So you can use all of these in combinations, and all of these sites, be it here, that's a smart link embedded in the page, that's a smart link popping up, that's one embedded in the page. So smart links can take many different formats. So the idea is that's a URL that you can embed on your website, either in a container, a modal pop-up, an iframe. It doesn't really matter how you want to use it, but you can see how flexible a smart link is. And then in the case of on-demand stock or print on demand, when you don't make any changes in the front end, we have things called smart codes. So when the order's placed and we collect them with Gateway OMS, it says, that code number links to that artwork and it sends the artwork to the printer. Or that SKU links to that supplier factory and stock feed, so we'll send them a pick list. But they only want their pick list at 4 o'clock each day, so they're consolidated and you pick them up. Or they want it with your label on, so we're going to send them a pick list and a label. So that, in very simple terms, is how CPP publishes. You set up the products in the way we've described, and then use those 2 methods on the website. But once enabled, it means millions of products are possible without extra development. And you've seen a few of these tools now, I've kind of shown you, but there's some examples of the things, galleries, dynamic designs, shaped masks, backgrounds, textures, 3D mapping, dynamic pricing. All of those are features that a smart link can have. So hopefully that's given you a real whistle-stop tour of the art of the possible with CPP, and hopefully an understanding of the different types of on-demand product it can support. So I say the best place to go is productpersonalizationapps.com. Call it the Smart Links. And it just tells you a bit more, shows you some of the examples. You can go by product type. So we've got hundreds of different product types. If you want to see an engraved product, we can go on and look at an engraved product. So it's the art of the possible, really. So thank you for listening. We're always keen to talk to you. custom-gateway.com if you want to browse our main website. Thank you very much.